Meghan Markle here.
Now the daily fell. Oh my god, I'm almost an hour. I didn't want this to be an hour. Maybe I'll do part 1 and part 2 in this one recording. Okay, Daily Poo trying to sell fake looks of love yet again, compared to the same event with Her Majesty the Queen, who had a man who was devoted to her, not Wady Katie, but keep trying. Alright, let's see here. Okay, so that's where they were sitting, and they often display behavior that hint at their close bond. Oh my god, flirty case. Let me just say though, I know she's in more need than William does, but at least I could say she's trying, okay? Because I remember when they went in the Middle East wedding, she was trying, but William was not having it. Oh my god. But the Daily fell, yeah, she's playing for the papers. Flirty Kate gives Prince William a cheeky look of love at chopping the collar. When you see the video, it's a different thing. There's that here. Oh my god, William didn't even bother looking her way. She's wearing almost the same color, could be the same color tone as the Queen in that picture. Oh my god, William didn't bother looking her way. Let's just say, all the 3 people that were sitting under that tent, William despised all of them, including his wife. So there's my comment here. Daddy Fell. Okay, don't believe your eyes and all of your other senses. Let me, Daddy Fell, tell you what to see, feel, hear, taste, and smell. Okay, let's pause that. And Betty husband and a whole side piece and a child. Okay, that's an ad. Alright, so there's that. Look of love. Pretty pathetic effort. This is a real look of love. Alright, there's that. Okay, Queen Elizabeth II was looking at Prince Andrew in that pic. Okay, she should spend her time correcting her hunchback. Let's look at, where was Prince Andrew somewhere? That looks, okay, I don't know. It seems like William and the Queen were looking at each other. So whatever. There's another video here. What is that? There might be 2 parts to this. Okay. Am I done with the royals? Israel. Okay, so definitely this will be in a different video. Okay, men, listen and learn. Don't let your middle leg think for you every time. He avoided a huge case that could have destroyed his career with this singular sensible decision. Alright, let's listen. A minute and 1 second.
I went on a date with a woman, and we had a great night and things were looking good. And she was like, let's go back to your place. And I was like, oh, okay, let's go back to my place. And we head back to my place. And then when we get back to my place, she was like, oh man, I don't know if I should be here. I've had too much to drink. And I was like, oh, let me get you a car.
Out of here.
Immediately. I was like, well, let me get you a car.
Right.
I was like, oh, I'm happy you said this. Thank you. I called, and then she was like, wait, what are you doing?
Like,
I said, I'm getting you a car. And she said, no, I didn't say I want to leave. And I said, no. Listen here. What you said there, I have to take. And I'm not even trying to be an asshole about this. I'm not trying to punish you, nothing like that. You just said you don't think you should be here. You've had a lot to drink, and I didn't know how much you had to drink. I met you like middle drinks vibes. So let me get you a car. There's another day. We can always meet on another day.
Right.
And that's the biggest thing that I've learned in life around a lot of consent, sex, and all of these things is, you know what helps a lot? Just getting to know people before you have sex with them. Just like spending a lot of time getting to know them. Like, it's not going away. You don't have to have sex on the first date.
Wow. Okay, so there's that. Okay, that's not no moment decision. That's I got money and an incredible job and I got to protect decision. Okay, he's what was it? I think it was in one of the videos that I did yesterday. Who was that? Bow Wow. I was looking at Bow Wow, the BET award, where he brought his child on the red carpet with him. And then when I look at the mother of the child, and then I look at, I was trying not to talk too much about it, but that's what I found. The mother of Bow Wow's first daughter, first child, I think he has a son now, with a different woman. The mother of the daughter has 3 kids from 3 different men. I mean, circumstances can happen, but I'm just saying. That's it. Let me just leave it as that. You make your own decision, your own conclusion on that. Next tweet. I was trying to avoid it. I don't know why I brought it back up again. Next tweet. This is a TikTok video. Okay. So I think someone sent that to me regarding Brookshire. I did say I'm done with Brookshire, but sometime when the squad are talking about it or I came across it late, I'm just sharing with you, okay? The toxic, racist, bitter, evil Brook was full of hate and jealous because Meghan is intelligent, loving, and caring than her. All right, so let's listen. This lady usually have a really good insight. Okay, I've shared this already, so I'm not going to go through that again. All right, let's listen to this.
So why did Brooke Shields do what she did? Why did she come for Meghan Sussex? Let's connect the dots. So she did this on a podcast hosted by India Hicks, Charles's goddaughter, a convicted shoplifter
yep.
whose lifestyle brand flopped. In other words, a woman deep within the royal circles with something to prove. Brooke humiliated Meghan for talking about her own story, something Brooke actually built a whole career on, because after the child, whatever exploitation issues that she had, she made a career of talking about it. And yet she will not let a fellow woman talk about her own experience when she was aged 11. I wonder why. So why attack Meghan? Because she was invited into spaces that these 2 women felt entitled to gatekeep. That was why. So it wasn't random, it was petty, it was performative, and yes, it was cyst. My name's Elizabeth. I'm the author of The Luxpreneur, and for more insights like these, please like, share, comment for more.
Okay, she's on TikTok. She sometimes, I don't know what other topics she usually talk about. I'm not on TikTok. It's when the squad share these, I share it with you. Alright, so you guys could go and follow if you want. I don't know, I'm not telling you. Let me read some of the comment under it. Okay, I've already settled it for myself. So flattery and criticism go down the same drain. Okay, so she's quoting Meghan here. Oh my god. Okay, pause and read. I'm not gonna read all of that. I'm already past an hour. Okay, spot on analysis. Much respect, Elizabeth. Okay, Bookie, no. Why oh no? I think she just lost some fans. I mean, her white counterpart probably will still stick with her, but some of the squad who, like myself, I was a fan. I don't know if it was a fan or wherever I will watch her thing, but out of nowhere to do this, it was uncalled for. I don't know. It shows her true color. Next tweet. Alright, I'll try not to go in the comment. I saw this, the amount of nonsense that's going on in the Middle East. Israel said Iran targets civilian homes. Alright, there was some image. Alright, so there's that. Let's pause this. What Israel did to home in Gaza, so Israel can go F itself. Alright, this is what they turn Palestine into. Okay, they were looking for what they were looking. Is it ISIS? The people they how do they call this? The kidnappers, whatever they call. You telling me this is how you turn a country into? And those that are living right now, the leftovers, they won't let aid come into to them, food, water, and all of that. Alright, you make your own decision. Look at this. This is what people are saying now. Iran said Israel targets civilian homes. Alright, so there's that. Alright, let's leave that alone. Wow, it's very sad. There's so much to talk about, but next one. This little political things. North Korea. Why did I bring this? Oh, okay, because of what was going on in the US. And I came across this and I thought I shared that. This is how laws get passed in North Korea's Supreme People's Assembly in the presence of leader Kim Jong-un. All right, 15 seconds. Okay, so there's a music. They're voting against something. For something, okay? Everybody. Everybody's scared. Okay? So everybody vote. And there's that here. Okay? Sneak peek of what happens when you vote differently. Alright? 1 minute and 5 seconds. Alright? When you vote against it, they remove you. Let's say allegedly. I don't know the context of this. I just see them removing him. Alright, let's go to the next one. Alright, it's 1 minute and 1 second trying to get him out of there. Alright, so there. Let's go to the next one. Now, this is a video. I've shared some of his videos before. Too raw, too real. He usually sums up what's going on in the US. There'll be screenshots in between. Black people heading inside during these nationwide protests. I told you in part 1 of this recording, it's one recording, but I'm gonna divide it into 2. Part 1, I said there were a mass I don't know if it's protests. Yeah, I guess protests against Trump. Let me show you if I still have them. Some of the, okay, so this was going on around the US, different cities. Okay, there's that. I believe, where was that? Cincinnati, Ohio. Okay, so there's more. San Diego protest. Okay, all these were happening on the same day in the US against Trump, while in DC Trump was having his parade. Okay, so this is what he's making reference to. Black people heading inside during these nationwide protests. Okay, I'm just gonna go through it. It's with Whitney Houston going inside. So he's telling us this is what black people are doing. We're just going inside. Okay. Okay, so there's the music. I can't. People are laughing. That's right. I can't and I won't. The struggles of oppressed people are interconnected, my brother. Now I need to, we did our thing. We won, especially him. I've shared some of his videos leading up to the election. Things that we were warning people about, what Trump presidency will do. Okay, so it's not our struggle. And then if, for instance, they send whatever, Trump sent his people to arrest, they will skip all of the white people you see. They will pick that one black person they will see in that group. Okay, so we said this is your problem. Come next election, you do your part. All these people who's on the street protesting, their voice should equal to what's going on in the voting booth. Okay, the struggles of oppressed people are interconnected. Now I need to see the rest of this concert. I love me some Whitney Houston. Somehow, when it's no longer protest, even if no one says it. Alright, so there's more. Let me finish with the last one. It's a TikTok video. I don't remember what it was or what it is. Facts. Her. She's usually come with some good, oh my God, 5 minutes. Okay, I hope I don't have anything to say. I don't remember what she said. I don't think I listened to it. If I wasn't happily married, she'd be on my wish list. She's usually a very smart woman. Let's listen. 5 minutes and 2 seconds. Screenshot.
Joe. Okay. What are we going to do with you? You run.
Okay, so she's responding to a comment that was posted on her TikTok thing. You sold your own people in slavery. You put them in the cage, brought them to the I can't see that word, to be sold. Okay, I can't see the rest, so forget that. Let's listen to her.
Running around in my comment section with all this indoctrination. Bless your little revisionist heart. You really came back with 620,000 mostly white soldiers died to end slavery. Like that was a moral mic drop. Let's go ahead and dismantle this fantasy by brick, because you clearly miss every credible history class not taught by daughters of the Confederacy. Fact 1, the Civil War wasn't about freeing black people. No, it was about preserving the Union, controlling the South's economy, and deciding who would benefit most from slavery's profits, not ending it out of moral obligation. Oh, did you think that you were supposed to be some savior? Even Abraham Lincoln said it himself in 1862. If I could save the Union without freeing slaves, I would do it. Abraham Lincoln's letter to Horace Greeley. Now, that translation, just in case you couldn't get it, freeing the slaves was a political strategy, not a humanitarian effort. And what about fact 2, baby? The Emancipation Proclamation didn't free all slaves. It applied to states in rebellion, Confederate states, not the border states like Maryland, Kentucky, Missouri, where slavery was still legally practiced. So again, y'all weren't dying for righteousness. You were dying for control. Can we say that, class? Dying for control. And let's talk about fact 3. Northern free states still profited off of slavery. Wall Street built on slavery. Ivy League schools financed by slavery. Northern textile mills depended on Southern slave-picked cotton. So even when your ancestors weren't holding the whip, they were counting the profits. And what about fact 4? Shall I remind you? You talking about you sold your own people is another colonizer cop-out. Let's correct that tired lie. I've been saying this over and over again, but apparently y'all have deaf ears. Yes, some African tribes did sell prisoners of war, but it was your European ancestors who industrialized slavery and added the brutal racial caste system and turned human trafficking into a global economy. And let's not forget, the true puppeteers behind all of this was the AJs, the Ashkenazi Jews, who financed everything and owned 90% of the slaves in the transatlantic slave trade. Did you hear that? Africans didn't build the slave ships, nor did they finance it. Africans didn't insure slave cargo through Lloyd's of London. Africans didn't create the Atlantic Triangle trade and ship 12 million people across the ocean in chains. They didn't do that. Y'all did. That was you. That was your people, your system, your sin. And I know you claim some black people did own slaves, but that was because white laws required it. So in many of those cases where we actually owned black slaves, black people were actually buying their family members to protect them because white laws didn't recognize free black kin unless they were legally owned. But I guess you hop, skip, jump, and flew over that fact. So no, you're not about to blame oppressed people maneuvering within a corrupt system for the corruption of the system itself. So, you also said, I'm not paying for somebody else's sin. That's the... Lord, if I hadn't heard that a billion times from you, from y'all's people, that's what y'all constantly say. And you know what? That's kind of cute because you didn't build the country either. You didn't build this country either, but you benefit from it. And your ancestors stole the land, enslaved the labor, and structured the systems, and you inherited the perks. But I don't see you complaining about that. If you're not guilty, why are you so defensive? Why are you up here trolling in my comment section? Also, don't quote sin unless you are ready to deal with the judgment of God. See, the Bible says the sins of your fathers shall be visited upon your children, Exodus 20:5. So no, Joe Blow. You don't get to collect generational wealth and then dodge generational accountability. That's not how this truth works. That's how white privilege works, baby.
Okay, I was looking at something while this was being played. I'm gonna I have one more to add. All right, let me pause for a second. Okay, so I'm gonna add one more. While I was listening to her, I'm not gonna go in the comment section. If you learned something from her, that's good. I wanna put this one I saw while I was listening to her on my other screen. All right, look at this here. Pull away. He's not even allowed to be himself. There's the crying faces here. Watch as George put a stop to his happiness. 11 seconds. I didn't know all of this were happening. Look at this. Being happy and comfortable. Wow. Wow. Put a stop to it. Jesus, let Loui live, for crying out loud. Why do they have to act so perfect? He's a kid. Okay, just like William and Harry, this family will never learn. Just like William and Harry, this family will never learn. William and Harry. I think Harry learned, but I don't think William learned. Jesus Christ, let the poor kid live, my God. It is normal. You guys did not have a big brother or big sister probably. I mean, he's waving, and I'm sure the people who love whoever was there, because there wasn't that many people, will be waving back at them. These are the subjects. You want to have a connection with them. Okay, I don't think these people will ever understand their position. Alright, it's normal. You guys don't have big brother or big sister. I'm sure his uncle will let him stay when he needs spaces. Okay, I'm sure those boys are being groomed into, what's that? MK Ultra. What's MK Ultra? His big brother is probably in charge of most of his grooming. Okay, inherited his father's temper. This is how it starts. That's why. Time to get rid of the lot of them. Okay, what a lot of BS comments this clip has engaged. Why will a child stop another child from being joyful on a celebratory day? Okay, he's happy, Megs. The witch isn't there. Oh, please. Why mention her? Meghan and Harry have nothing to do here. Alright, so let me read what's there. Okay, just like Wills did to Harry. That's right. When Harry's speaking, I completely forgot. When Harry's picking up those puppies and all of that, put the puppy down. And yeah, that's exactly that.
Other way.
Okay, he is definitely going to be the scapegoat of the Wells family. Alright, the Danish king and queen allow their children to be free on the balcony. The king responds when they want a hug or tell him something. He used the nurse Josephine even in his full ceremonial attire on the balcony and at other events. Okay, they're already grooming George to bully his little brother. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, he's happy, Meg. Okay, so let me read the comment under that and then black that. Okay, love Meghan, beautiful human being who's made Harry so happy. Alright, so there's that. Hostage. Okay, let's put this in uppercase. Well, I'm having some issues with spelling here. I can't even spell. Alright, laughing my ass off. Hostage. Let's put question mark. Harry traveled to the UK and many occasions he went back to her. So your point makes zero sense. But you can keep telling yourself BS to keep your deranged self happy. Okay, so since I have enough, I could spell this out completely. Oops. I could. So that's it. Alright. So I think that was the last one I added at the end. So in part 1, I shared some tweets about them on the balcony, and I came across a thread by accident. So at the end, the second part, you will not see it. Oh, let's do a prayer. Prayer for protection. Image for the Sussexes. Let's pick this one. Okay, lead me to the towering rock. Okay, I think I read this in one video. Maybe something below it. Okay. Country living. Beloved, I pray that all may go well with you and that you may be in good health as it goes well with your soul. Okay, so that's that. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. And many of you, when you're commenting on the comment section, I truly, if you're making reference to something or a tweet that I read in the comment in the video, please put the timestamp, because when you don't put the timestamp, I really want to engage with you whether you agree with me or not. Okay, I do know when the Rangers are commenting, So I usually respond to them in a deranged way as well. I could go that way. But when there are some really good comment and that making reference to the video, whether you agree with me or not, please put the timestamp. So I could just go straight to exactly where you're making reference to. So I don't have to sit and listen to the entire video. Okay? So that's that. Many of you have done that, but there are some who don't do that, and I would love to respond to it. And sometimes I just put a like just to let you know I come across it, and I don't say anything because I'm not sure what I said in the video. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I truly appreciate the engagement and all of that. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
Lavanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.